Hello nerds, welcome to another Arena Cube draft. We're jumping in, we're drafting mythics. What do we got going on? We got a new one, a Shiko Paragon of the Way. 5 mana 4/5 Flying Vigilance. When Shiko enters, exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard, copy it, then you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So just a big flyer that gives me something I can cast. We're looking to be in America, probably control. Give me some burn spells, give me some... Okay. I like all-inning on first mythic. There are so many lands, you have so many cards that you can draft. Like if I weren't all-inning on first mythic, I'd probably be taking a Noble Hierarch, purely because look at the little guy. Look at him. Or a Spirited Simulacrum, because that's probably the best card. Stack pack, all rares. But we're gonna all in on this Shiko. Are we, or am I gonna take Spirited Simulacrum? Because this card's just insane. Honestly, a Noble Hierarch is also insane. But we're gonna take... Oh no. Now I'm conflicted. Why did I do this to myself? I think I'm gonna take the Noble Hierarch. But I did say Mythic. We're gonna take Shiko. With Shiko, we're gonna follow that up. Probably with a Riptide Gearhulk, because that sounds really good. Honestly, Snapcaster might be the play. I mean, yeah, Snapcaster is probably the way. Riptide might come back around. Outside of that, we're looking at, like... Yeah, not very much here. This is a very green-black heavy pack. Look at all those green-black cards. But Snapcaster manages all else. We got a Wingbright Thief, a Ghostfire Slice, an Unholy Heat. Honestly, Cyber Siphoner, 2 mana 2/2, or 4 mana 2/2 flash. Costs 2 less to cast if you have no instant or sorcery spells in your hand. When it enters, you can return target instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard to your hand. So that seems really, really good. We're just doing a lot with instant and sorceries. We just don't have any instant sorceries yet. Journey to Nowhere is probably what we're gonna want. We are gonna be in blue, white, red. So let's take the Journey. Journey is a good removal spell. Ooh, there's a Scarab God here. I like Scarab God a lot. I also do like Get Lost. I like the Twin Moth Stormblood. The Confounding Riddle is also interesting, but I like the removal aspect of Twin Moth. There are no lands. I'm noticing that lands are gone pretty quick. This Get Lost is also like kind of very interesting to me, but the double, like 2 map tokens is kind of big in this format. So let's take the Twin Moth. I think we're gonna probably take the Polluted Delta. A lot of black, a lot of white. And I don't want either of these white cards. I would take green cards. I kind of wish I were in green now. But let's take this blue fetch. Maybe we do end up splashing black if we get the Scarab God back around. So right now we don't really have an instant or sorcery to take advantage of what we got going on here, so we will keep an eye out for that. Pinnacle Starcage is interesting. Glory Heath Lynx is interesting. Flash, enchant creature, gets -5 nego and lose all abilities. Honestly, Marshlands might be better, but we're gonna take the Glory Heath Lynx here, I think. Just because it meows when you pick it. That's probably my favorite thing. Luris of the Dream Den, 3 mana 3/2 companion lifelink. You may cast a permanent spell with mana value 2 or less. Right now we're looking at a couple of those. So let's take them. We're gonna be like blue-white with a dash of red. Aether Channeler, Sacred Foundry, I think we take here. Skyclave Apparition would be good, but I think we do want like actual lands. This is not fetchable with our Polluted Delta, which like, uh-oh. The fact that a Noble Hierarch is here makes me think that I don't know how to play this format even slightly. But yeah, Sacred Foundry. Riptide Gearhawk is here. So is 3-Tree Battalion. If this were... I mean, we have some things. No, we're going to take the Riptide. And then we're going to take the Nurturing Pixie. Are we going to take the Watery Grave? Are we going to be 4-color and no green? I'm down to be 4-color and no green. I haven't been going hard on the lands yet. There's an Offspring. There's a Blade Splicer. Let's take the Blade Splicer. A bunch of flat cards. We're not going to play Dark Confidant. Heist an opponent's library. We do have Luris. Like, we can look at being the 4-color crazy deck. Bone Horde Dragon, flying first strike, 5 mana, 5/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn if you exile land. That's amazing. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Its controller investigates. Elegant Parlor. We already have a Sacred Foundry. Molten Impact is very interesting to me. But this Bone Horde Dragon is super cool. We need to get things to use the Snapcaster and the Shiko, but like we're also not too worried about it, I guess. Fateful Absence is probably just really good. It might come back around. Memory Deluge is also good. Sublime Epiphany is actually probably what we're taking here. Yeah, that's actually not a question. That card's insane. Archangel? Elishnorn? If a permanent entering causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. There's a Time Warp, though, and I think we Time Warp. I would really, really like the Savai Triome or the Generous Plunderer. Or not the Generous Plunderer. That's not the one that I like. Do I actually take the Savai Triome? I do think I need the Time Warp. I'm going to sideboard these for now. There's a Hallowed Fountain here, which I do want. There's also a Mana Leak, and a Repeal, and a Repulse. I'll hope one of those comes back around. We do need to fix up our lands. Hallowed Fountain does a lot for us. Esper Sentinel is great. Flooded Strand is great. Marsh Flats, Flooded Strand. Disdainful Stroke, Rip Apart. But Esper Sentinel, whenever opponent casts their first non-creature spell. Jace Architect, Cunning Azure Scale. Getting a card with some, like, play to it, I should say. But I think Jace Architect thought it's pretty strong. Honestly, Flash Flying, let's secretly choose a land or a non-land. Seek 2 cards of the chosen kind. That card's amazing. We're going to take that. Cryptic Coat is pretty good. Illuminating Lash, 2 mana. 3 damage to any target. You get a 1-time bloom with an... Oh, that's amazing. We don't... How do we take that? That's the sorceries we want. We've got 1. We also have a Time Warp that we can Snapcaster Mage. But Shiko's not going to be able to do much. Twin Flame Tyrant. Ugin! But there's also Spell Snare and Roaring Furnace. And Agent of Rafine. I think it's Agent of Rafine, honestly. I want this whole pack. I want actually straight up all 6 of these cards. I would probably end up cutting these 2. But I'm going to steal Agent of Rafine because that's just a really, really strong card. Emerald Collector, Venser. Prismatic Ending is also interesting for 3 mana removal. Beza the Bounding Spring is also interesting against some aggro decks. Fencer is just very strong though. How's our curve looking? We're looking at 2 different 4-drops. Let's grab the new 4-drop. I like Venser. I'm going to take the Fatal Absence here. We're going to take the Savai Triome. Just in case we do want to splash a black card, like Unearth. Because Unearth has cycling. Like, if we unearth the Snapcaster Mage to cast Unearth, like, there are things we can do. Get in there, Unearth. We got a Savai Triome and a Watery Grave with a Polluted Delta in here. You're probably getting cast. Repulse, you're coming into the deck. Happy about that one. Not repulsed. Ha ha ha! Here I do think we probably take the... We're gonna take the Rip Apart. There's just a lot we can do with it. Illuminating Lash is such a good card, it seems like. And look, Jace came back around.
Leave this place, and you can keep your mind.
And Cryptic Coke came back around. If you control... Yeah, let's take the land. And Spellstare came back. Ooh, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Expressive Iteration. It has cool art and everything. Put one in your hand, put one on the bottom, and then exile one of them. You may play the exiled card this turn. So this just gives you basically a replacement and an extra card if you get it. I've not played with it, so I'm excited. Housemaid, exile target creature. The exiled card perpetually becomes an enchantment at the beginning of the next end step. Put it onto the battlefield under your control. So if I like hit something, exile target creature. So if it has like this ability, I get that ability for, I'm going to take the expressive iteration. There's a Tajik. Good card. There's also an Arid Mace. There's an Omnath! My brother, I only have one. I'm also not green. I'm 4-color, not green. Not 4-color, not black. Feels bad. And there's an Uro in the next pack, and there's a Kari Zev. Okay, so I'm going to take the Kari Zev, and then the deck is going to be finished because we already have to make cuts, and we're going to pick up all lands, okay? This Lightning Helix is something that I want, but Kari Zev is just too good. Land. There's a Nadu. That's insane to me. There's an Embercleave, my brother. So, hey. I had some comments. I had a good back and forth. On that note, I am 100% going to take this Embercleave just so I can play with it. I've not played with it, and there's not a great land that I can take in there instead. It's a green land. There's also an Enduring Curiosity, but just straight up counterspell in this deck. I'm going to take it. We're lacking lands. Counterspell, Snapcaster, Counterspell, Spell Snare. I do think Glory Heath Lynx. It's probably okay. Jace is probably gone. Phantasmal Thundering Falls. There's another Sacred Foundry, but I think we're going to take the Thundering Falls again. I want... You guys know. You guys get it. Yeah, and we're going to play these 2 black sources for this Unearth, and that's it. Because we can cycle the Unearth. We don't need the black sources for it. And if we cycle it, we don't got to worry about it. And if we cycle it, we can also cast it with Shiko. Tursa. Do I want a Xander's Lounge? That's another land to fix us. There's also a 3 steps ahead. There's a Najano, a Den of the Bugbear, there's a Tursa. Discard up 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Attacks if there are 7 more cards. Exile a card at random, you may play it. But I think a Xander's Lounge. We want the lands. It's 3 of the lands that we do kind of want. There's a Dragon Lord Ojutai. There's also a Sarah Paragon, but there's a Dragon Lord Ojutai. 4 mana, 3/4. This is the Sarah Paragon. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land from your graveyard or cast a permanent value 3 or less. Let's take the Sarah Paragon. House Meld. We're gonna take the House Meld. Unable to Scream is interesting to me, but House Meld is just much more interesting. This is wrong and inappropriate of you to allow happen. Kayazev, Thought Scour, Stubborn Denial. We're gonna Stubborn Denial on the sideboard. Cryo Shatter, Dig Through Time in the deck. Yeah, Captivating Crossroads is a land fix. Enduring Curiosity is interesting. Phantasmal Image is phenomenal, so is Teferi, but cheaper card. Sideboard. Okay, we've got a really interesting little deck going on here. We got a crazy land setup. What are we looking at right here? We gotta cut 8 cards. So let's just start making some cuts. Spell Snare is probably gone. Glory Heath Links. Beza. Think Through Time. Rip Apart. Housebound. Cyber Sarfiner. Let's get that out of here. What am I looking at land-wise? Alright, what's the last thing? Is Esper Sentinel good enough? It has to be, right? But it's really bad later in the game. It's so good early, though. Honestly, Luris is not that good based on what I've got here. So let's cut that. Let's do it. I don't know how confident I feel in this. This one looks a little bit interesting, for lack of a better word. I am ready to play it. Pterodactylus. Let's do it. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. Creature becomes charged with spell ability. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a 1 counter on your bottom. Whenever this creature enters or attacks exile, daybound. Interesting. Blade Splicer. No, I am going to turn this audio down just a little bit. I wonder how loud that is. I check out the audio in the video and I'm like always surprised by how quiet the game audio is. But like that general like music, maybe I can turn that down more specifically, but we are going to pulse the Blade Slicer into our hand to draw a card. And no attacks. Mainly so that he doesn't draw a card. I will gladly take that trade. How do I want to do this? I can cast Chico, repulse that. Then I have a Flying Vigilance, draw a card. Like, is that good enough? I do think that might be good. That's for Sentinel, sure. Let's turn it to like 35. Because I want to hear the cards. Interesting, okay. Let's play Makari Zev. Go next. All attacks. Let's see what they do. If they block there, they're going to take 5. Kari Zev is going to get in. They might double block. Just gonna create. I'm going to cast an Esper Sentinel. I'm gonna end my turn. Exile target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. They're gonna get my Shiko. No, not my Shiko. My Lanta. See, that's pretty good. It's a reason to have left mana open so that I can do this and kill it. Ooh, I don't like that card. I have to use... I can't cast this actually, can I? That's crazy. Interesting. I think I might be out of this one, boys. Creature tokens. Yeah. Good game. Yeah, I need to have something to affect the board more, I think. Let's take a look at the deck again. I'm trying to think, because I definitely want to be affecting the board. We'll see. We'll see. Let's play another one. We'll see what happens with it. You know? We're just getting started with this deck. Gotta figure out the kings. But are you guys excited for the pre-release this weekend? I'm excited. I'm not really excited for Spider-Man, I'll be real, but I'm excited to go to the pre-release. I'm gonna keep this. Still haven't cast Ember. We'll see how this goes. Kithian. We're gonna get... Am I gonna take this too? Yes. Just in case I can hit. Now this is like the uh-oh, Skedios. we're gonna do that. Okay, so we are going to cast on Phantasmal Image. Next, end turn. Yeah, we're drawing literally every expensive card in our deck without drawing lands. A little bit unlucky here. Yeah, we're in a really rough spot here. We're actually going to concede this one and move to the next one. That one felt bad.
Your weapons
Stalling out on 3 mana. It happens. Oh, so sadly it happens. I just wanted to cast that Embercleave, man. I'm excited to have it in the deck. This might not be the deck for it, I will say. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna play this and we're gonna see what we draw. And then we're gonna have the center and it's gonna be blue. Sweet. Create a treasure token. Giving me a treasure token is not a great idea, though. That's one of the reasons I'm not huge on this card. The fact that I've drawn 3 cards. You gonna give me another one? I'm gonna use it to time warp, and it's not gonna be a good time for you. Meringue River Agent would have came down and bounced. So I'm kind of surprised. Mugen.
Power belongs to the patient. I will mend this one. Focus. Breathe.
I think we gotta do this.
Cease this. You cannot pierce my scales.
Flash flying.
Cease this tantrum. restrain your emotions.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the turn. End of his turn, cast this.
My plan bears fruit.
Leaving a adventure. Five. Yeah, we're gonna hit it.
An undisciplined stride. Cease this tantrum.
I need blue, right? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on top. Whew, 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 whew.
Open your mind to possibility.
Yeah, we're gonna take it. Don't hit the Haven. Dang it. Do I hit the unearth so then I can unearth the phantasmal, hit the goldspan dragon? The goldspan dragon can then hit. Let's do it.
An undisciplined you waste your strength.
Put one into your hand. That's game. Yeah, there's probably a way to do it there, but oh, dang. Well, that was a quick one, at least. A quick video for you today. I did not get to cast Embercleave. Honestly, that'll be something that new that I'm chasing, I guess. We'll see how that works out, but yeah, sadly, not a great one. I do want to let you guys know that I started to record a Foundations draft yesterday. Got interrupted in the middle, so I had to ditch the recording, but I did end up going 7-0 with a really cool blue-black splash green deck. So keep an eye out. Maybe I'll do another Foundations draft. We'll see. But love to see you in the comments. Love to see any likes, any feedback you guys might have. I really appreciate you guys watching. Have a good rest of your day.